Psychology says being ignored hurts the brain more than being yelled at, and that sounds crazy until you've actually lived it. Because silence doesn't just hurt your feelings, it messes with your mind. When someone ignores you, your brain processes it the same way it processes physical pain, which is why being left on red or treated like you don't exist can feel unbearable. Rejection gives you an answer, but silence traps you in confusion, and confusion slowly eats away at your self-worth. Silence hurts so much because the human brain hates uncertainty. When someone suddenly goes quiet, your mind automatically fills in the blanks, and most of the time, those thoughts aren't kind. You start questioning everything you said, everything you did, and whether you were ever important to them at all. Psychology explains that unanswered emotional situations keep the brain stuck in a loop, replaying moments over and over, trying to find closure that never comes. A lot of emotional pain comes from broken expectations, not broken promises. You expected effort, honesty, consistency, or care, and when those expectations weren't met, it felt personal. The brain forms emotional attachments to expectations, so when reality doesn't match what you believed, it creates disappointment that feels like loss. That's why you don't just feel hurt by the situation, you feel betrayed by what you thought was real. Emotional distance hurts more than physical distance ever could. You can handle someone being far away, but when someone is right next to you and still feels unreachable, it creates a deep sense of loneliness. Psychology links emotional withdrawal to feelings of abandonment, which is why emotional distance makes you feel invisible, unimportant, and disconnected even when you're not alone. Overthinking almost always gets worse at night, and there's a reason for that. At night, distractions disappear, the world quiets down, and your brain finally has space to process unresolved emotions. That's when memories, regrets, and unanswered questions come flooding in. It's not weakness, it's your mind trying to make sense of what you haven't had time to face during the day. Mentally strong people often stay quiet about what hurts them. Not because they don't feel pain, but because they've learned that explaining yourself to the wrong people only drains you more. Psychology shows that emotional strength often looks like silence, boundaries, and self-control. Staying quiet isn't giving up. Sometimes it's choosing peace over chaos. And one of the hardest truths to accept is missing people who hurt you. Missing someone doesn't mean they were good for you. It means there were moments that felt real. The brain doesn't attach itself to pain. It attaches itself to emotional memories. That's why logic tells you to move on, but your heart keeps pulling you back, creating an inner conflict that feels impossible to explain. If this video felt a little too real, understand this: you're not weak, you're human. Feeling deeply isn't a flaw, it's proof that you cared. And if you want more videos that break down psychology, emotions, and real human behavior without fake motivation, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Content here is made to help you understand your mind, heal smarter, and grow stronger. Hit subscribe because understanding yourself is the first step toward peace.